Hello, my name is India and welcome to a little vlog. It is officially my winter break, yay, which means I now have what I like to view as unlimited knitting and reading time, and I want to focus a little bit more on the reading, so I'm going to be challenging myself somehow. I don't know yet what specifically I'm trying to do. If I'm trying to read 24 hours in a week, that seems like a challenge to me. If I'm trying to read 20 minutes a day, that is also kind of a challenge to me. I am unsure. I do know this. I have my little timer, I have my book, and I'm gonna sit down and read for at least 20 minutes and see where that gets us. Technically, I've already read for 20 minutes today, but that was during school/work, and arbitrary rules dictate that this reading must be done during winter break. So I'm gonna set a timer. I'm gonna get my book. I have some tea made already, very nice, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully lots of reading in lots of different places. I'm traveling back to Idaho in a couple days, and hopefully we'll get some reading done there. Now, I would ideally like to have this finished before going to Idaho, so that the only thing I have to pack book-wise is my Kindle. I've been getting into reading on my Kindle, and I don't know, I've been enjoying it. The ease and the practicality and the convenience of having just one thing to bring is definitely appealing, especially for this trip. Anyway, I am about 70 pages away from the end of The Woodlanders by Thomas Hardy. This is about a lot of things. If I were to write a paper on this, it would be about exploring, hold up. If I were to write a research paper about this, it would probably be about exploring marriage and divorce law in England and like early divorce laws, because this deals with the problems of marriage, some problems of marriage, and infidelity. So I don't know if that's a spoiler. Maybe it is. This has been around for a really long time, but if you're someone who is interested in like women's like marriage rights, this is an interesting book to pick up. Anyway, I'm gonna read it. I was just thinking of that because I am working with students who have to choose a research topic based on a book that they're reading, and I was like, if I were in your shoes, this is what I'd do. Anyway, we get it. I like school. I'm gonna read. reading update right now. I do have a sweater update. I'm pretty sure this sweater is going to be too big. This is the Roots and Shoots by Teddy Lutzak. Let me find, where's the beginning of round? Pretty sure it's gonna be too big, but maybe not. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, I can't find my barber cord that, like, never mind. Okay. My fears have been eased. I couldn't find my barber cord that would go all the way around, so I kind of sketchily was like, half of it is still on the needle, half of it is on the barber cord, and I'm hoping that I can pull that out and get it back to where it needs to be, so I can keep knitting in the round right now. I read more of The Woodlanders last night. Hold on. Much better. I find it funny when there's, you know what, I want to sit down. As I was saying, I find it funny when there are, like when I see tropes that are present in current day romance, when I find those in classics. So we had someone's sick and someone's taking care of them scene, which made my heart very excited and very happy. I think I can finish this book by tomorrow morning. I think I can do it, which means I need to read a lot today, and I will do that, but I also need to wind up some yarn and split it into little balls, or like cakes, because I'm doing intarsia for the first time, and I think having cakes of yarn is going to be better than a ball for every single section. Right now I'm just knitting and enjoying my morning. I woke up pretty early for a Saturday and just want to get my sweater to a place where I can be kind of mindlessly knitting on it while I'm back home, and want to get my other projects set up so that I can start them. Finished The Woodlanders by Thomas Hardy, and oh my gosh, the last 30 pages were so dramatic. Very big things happened. So I finished it, which means I think I've read 53. Let's see, what does that bring me to? 54 books so far this year. I think I can make it to 60. I think that's very doable to read 6 books in the next 10 days. I have 2 books that I'm in the middle of that I think I can finish. If I really try, I have 3 books that I'm halfway through that I can finish. And then it's just 3 other books. I need to figure out what audiobook I want to listen to. And I already know what ebook I want to listen to. I want to listen to, or read. I want to read Hoarded by the Dragon by Lillian Lark, which is the next book in the Monstrous Matches series that I've been reading. And can't wait. I know I'm going to fly through it. I'm very excited. So, yeah. The other books that I'm in the middle of, so I'm in the middle of Devotions by Mary Oliver. I think I can get that read. I also, at the start of the year, was reading The Creative Act. I forgot who that's by, but I think that I can finish that as well. We'll see. And then the other book that I am like, technically I'm in the middle of it, I could finish it, is The Ethical Slut. But if I finish those 3, and then I read Hoarded by the Dragon and an audiobook, then I just have 1 more book to read. And I could whip that out easily. Yeah. Do I have anything more to say about this? I like Hardy's writing. There were some funny things that our main character, Grace, was saying. Did I tell you what this is about? This is about Grace Melbury, whose father pays for her to go get an education, and kind of raise herself a little bit, but then she comes back to the rural town that she's from, and her father's like, what do I do? You should marry a man who reflects the standing that you now have, but I feel like, you know, I've promised you to this other man who is like, I was about to say a country bumpkin, kind of. But I don't want you to marry a country bumpkin because I spent all this time and money so you could elevate yourself. And it is about her and her romantic and marital stuff, her romantic and marital happenings, and Giles Winterbourne, who is the country bumpkin that we mentioned, very sweet. He's like a cider guy, apple dude. Cider guy, apple dude. And then there's this Dr. Fitzpierre. And then there's this lady who owns land, Mrs. Charmand. And lots of stuff happens. There's a lot of discussion about, I think I've already said this, but there's lots of discussion about marriage and the dissolution of marriage and marriage laws in 1840s England. And there's also discussion about land ownership and life deeds, I think they're called, or like life something, which is where someone has a deed of land, but it only lasts as long as a certain person lives. What else was there discussion of? Infidelity, class, we had a very interesting character named Marty, and she was cool. She was interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna go figure out what I'm gonna read next. I have a vlog to wrap up and a vlog to start. So let's do the first one because that's what we gotta do first. So I just got back from visiting family in Idaho, and my goal there was to read more. And I had unclear specifics. Part of me was like, oh, I'll read at least 20 minutes a day. I'll read a total of 12 hours. I'll read 24 hours. No. I read about 20 minutes a day, sometimes more, which was great. That was my main use of my timer. And I finished one book. What are you eating? The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. And I got, how far did I get to this? Almost halfway through Devotions by Mary Oliver. And I started Hoarded by the Dragon by Lillian Lark, which I'm loving. Excuse me. So, would I say that it was a success? No, because my expectations were unclear. It can't be successful if there's unclear expectations. But it was useful. I'm gonna change some things because I still have another week before school starts up again. And I probably won't meet my reading goal, but I do want to read more and get as close as I can. So, thank you for watching this vlog. I recognize that it's mostly B-roll, which is nice. Hopefully I'll find some good music to put in there. And I'll see you when I see ya.